Have you ever wondered what a rich girlfriend's like? Well, wonder no longer, since we have the top 10 anime where the rich girl falls in love with a poor boy for you to live out the dream. Number 10, Princess Lover.
てっぺいすごく上手になったわ。
そうかな。
それにてっぺいの手、温かい。
Starting off, we have an oldie but a goldie. Poor Teppei Arima has had it rough. From living like a beggar for his life to having his parents die in a car accident, life hasn't done him any favors. However, even life thought it went too far, and so his mysterious grandfather appears and offers to whisk him away to the life of the elite. Though you have to wonder why he didn't bother before, but now he has to go to a super prestigious school where he's also set to marry one of the rich girls there?
ジルビーのことを知ってるの？
知り合いっていうか婚約者？
婚約者？
Princess Lover is a pretty classic harem anime with a few twists. Arima offers a clueless personality that keeps us hooked on as we guess and anticipate which of the girls he'll pick. It has all the naughtier aspects fans love and some genuinely fun humor. Number 9, I got a cheat skill in another world.
すみません。香り亭呼んでいただけたのが嬉しくて、つい。
No list is ever complete without an isekai with a really long title. Young Yua Tenjo has never had it easy in his life, whether it's his schoolmates, his parents, or essentially the world around him. The only bright spot was his grandfather, and he passed away. The kind of young man was destined to live his life taken advantage of until he found a door to another world and access to all the power he could want.
ゆうやさん、この後お時間ありますか？
For all you isekai veterans out there looking for your next dose, this anime is here for you. It has all the classics, comedy, miscommunication, world building, and the introduction of Kori Hoju, the rich daughter of the school's headmaster and the first of many love interests for our protagonist. If you want fan service like Rent a Girlfriend with better comedy, this is it. Number 8, Sounds of Life.
が総局部入ったって噂が流れてビビって誰も寄りつかないのよ。
そういうお前こそ女友達の一人や二人連れてこいってんだよ。あ、無理か。お前に友達なんていねえか。
Away from the trashy shows, let's talk about something that's actually good. Sounds of Life is about students banding together to reignite a nation's passion for what is an objectively cool instrument. Of course, what's a school setting without clubs? And that's where our protagonist will be found. Join delinquent Chika, rich prodigy Satoa, and others as they work their way to nationals.
それ横に弦の名前書くのやめた方がいいわよ。
There's so much more to love here. The bonds between every club member, the adventures they go on, and the amazing music join together to make a show you have to watch. However, the main romance in the anime is between our charming rich girl Satawa and the aloof but caring Chika. Watching the personalities clash is pretty funny, but ends up being pretty sweet as the two begin to open up and understand one another and their feelings. Number 7, Arte.
これ頼んだ。
はい。
てめえ、なんでそうなる？
すみません。
They say anime is art, but this one has it in its title, but with an E at the end. This particular one follows Arte as she goes to follow her dreams of creating art, a path she was basically forced into with that name, in a world that really likes to dunk on women. Luckily, she has a man to help her. Watch a series about a young aristocrat abandoning her life of privilege to pursue her dreams of making it in the art world during the 16th century, along with her kinda hobo-looking mentor and a cast of colorful characters.
あの日、レオさんと近づいて、急に胸の痛みに襲われて、それからどうも調子がおかしい。
It's a delightful show about an earnest young woman making friends and bonding not because of what she is, but who she is, an artist, along with its little student-teacher romance for your preference as we see the relationship between the young aristocrat and her shabby master evolve into something more. Number 6, White Album.
もうダメ。苦しかった。
おが
尾形里奈です。 はじめまして。
Can a relationship between an idol star and an average nobody really last? In reality, no. But thanks to anime, reality can be whatever you want. Just don't be freaky. Introducing Toya Fuji, whose greatest worries are tests and vacation plans, along with his relationship with the super famous and rich singer Yuki Morikawa. With two souls living two very different lives, can they find the balance and support they need from each other to create a truly loving bond?
使えねえ。
The characters really make this show. Their complexity and trouble make you want to tear up as you follow these folks in everyday struggle as this anime examines the idol industry and its faults. It's also got that main girl presence with an army of side pieces for your harem enjoyers out there. Watch an anime that takes the harem angle and goes to make it a drama over a comedy and be amazed at the results. Number 5, Ladies vs. Butlers.
庶民の目にはちょっと眩しすぎましたかしら。ま、今日だけは存分に見惚れてもよろしくてよ。
へえ、これってなんとかにも衣装ってやつだろ。
Here's some pure, unadulterated, trashy harem anime for you to enjoy. But I also want you to know, I'm a liar. Walking Dorama at Akiharu Hino's parents die, so he joins a boarding school as a butler because even his very presence is a burden on his relatives, according to Hino. Unfortunately, if he was hoping for peace and quiet, well, his childhood crush, Saikyu Tomomi, has something to say.
降りると呼ぶなと何度言ったらわかりますの？
いや、目の前に現物があるとつい。
現物って何ですの？現物って。
This anime has all the classics. Constant misunderstandings, repeated abuse from the female love interests from his supposed perverted nature, and an army of women all after him. Akiharu at least has an advantage because he actually has an interesting design, which leads to even bigger misunderstandings as most of the girls are scared of our butler in training. But let's see where that leads us because you might be surprised at how entertaining this can be. Number 4, Fly Me to the Moon.
閉めて抱きしめた。女の子ってこんなに体温高いんだ。それにいい匂いすぎて脳がチカチカする。
Love at First Sight arrived shortly before Love at First Car Accident in this series. Nasa Yuzaki believes he has his whole life figured out. He's gonna get the best grades, the best job, and generally has his whole life mapped out. In other words, a nerd. However, all that changes when he meets the most beautiful girl ever, and then shortly after he has a close-up meeting with Truck-kun. But unlike an isekai, Yuzakai survives the encounter.
もしかして止まっていくの？
いや、むしろずっと止まってくつもりだったけど。
This anime is honestly sickeningly sweet, with Yuzakai's sudden abandonment of his previous goals upon seeing the rich and beautiful Tsukasa and his drive to be with her, which surprises our female protagonists and intrigues her. In most of these types of romance, the main character is usually clueless, so it's nice to see a change with the guy actively trying to romance her. Number 3, A Couple of Cuckoos.
それじゃあ、許嫁がいるのに告白してきたってこと？
好きな人がいたなんて聞いてない。私と同棲しておいて。同棲？ちょっと。
Family's complicated, and if you're Nagi Umino or Erika Amano, it's just plain weird. Accidentally swapped at birth, the two have been living with the wrong families, and when the truth got out, the family settled in the only sensible way anime can, by making the two marry each other. Now we get the wacky hijinks of a bookworm boy and a uber-rich media star girl trying to get out of this wacky nonsense. However, as the two spend more time together, the thought of being with each other doesn't seem so bad.
はじめまして。今日から転校してきた天野エリカです。
If the plot alone didn't tell you, this anime is wild. A massive amount of crazy situations as the couple gets in all kinds of arguments over their opposite personalities while living together. However, there is something to be enjoyed by the two of them slowly beginning to see each other for more than their appearance and appreciating their differences. Number 2, Hayate the Combat Butler.
少しくらい嫉妬してくれたっていいじゃないか。
お嬢様？何か？
うっさい！颯バカバカ！
2 butlers in one list? You've watched an SSR Plus video, you gambling addict. Hayate Ayasaki is made to be stomped on by the world. Whether it's his crushing debt from his family to being sold off to the Yakuza, it only gets crazier as he tries to kidnap a girl for ransom, only to fail because she thought it was a love confession. Now he's stuck as her butler, where he'll have to deal with taking care of the mansion, fighting off foes, and staying away from all the women who want him.
まったく何に怒っていたのか忘れてしまったではないか。だからこれは
If all that sounds a bit much, let me assure you it only gets crazier. However, that's the fun. This anime has no interest in basing anything off of reality and just wants to make a tornado of madness you can't help but enjoy. Throw in a bit of fan service and snappy lines and you have something to watch in your free time. Number 1, Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
舞ちゃんと間接キスができて嬉しいな。舞さんは大人だし、年下の僕と間接キスするくらいなんともないんだろうけど。
You've probably seen a few memes or screenshots of this anime while scrolling online, but let me put a name to that face. One Bunny Girl Senpai at first seems about a deadpan teenage boy meeting a bunch of beautiful girls going through a mysterious disease, leading to a lot of ecchi scenes and hijinks. Well, that's true, but there is more. It is essentially a love story between a rich bunny outfit wearing Mai Sakurajima and the sarcastic Sakuta Azusakawa.
昨日のあれですけど、
忘れなさいと忠告したわよね。
あのバニー姿はエロすぎて忘れるのは無理でした。
What makes this anime deserve the spot at number 1 is that this anime has something vital for any romance show to work: chemistry. When you see the two interacting, you can tell they're getting along. Because of the plot, concept, and more, Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai is number 1 in our list of the top 10 romance anime where rich girls fall in love with poor boy.